What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Neko Dares, and I am back playing NASCAR Thunder 2004. And the last time that we were out there on track, we were at Martinsville, and things did not go to plan, but they went to plan, if that makes sense. And if you don't know, take a look back at the NASCAR Thunder video, from Wednesday, and it'll tell you. Before we go any further, hit that like button down below so it can tell YouTube this is a great video and it helps out my channel. Hit the subscribe button if you're new. Let's go ahead and jump right on in everything. We did a lot of stuff prior to exiting the last race, and I'm gonna need you guys to actually tell me how you guys want me to kind of work my team going forward so that we can kind of get on the same page, because I want your comments, I want your information, I want your help in guiding this season. We are 100 points behind Dale Jarrett in the standings, and we're kind of falling backwards a little bit, but California is next, and I think that California will be the best track for us because we're bringing a freshly overhauled speedway chassis. We've got a freshly, super powerful motor that we're going to bring to the track, and we're going to be using for the next few super speedway or speedway tracks in general. And we're bringing one of our best bodies that we've got. Actually, we're going to bring our second best, because we actually haven't done anything with body number 3 yet, and we're gonna have to eventually. But a 67 overall rated car should be pretty good for us to kind of get another win. We're hungry for one. We've missed out on one quite a bit lately, so let's go get a win. Also, if you're missing my camera, don't. I have to play catch up. Again, I went on vacation and didn't have anything in line or ready, so I have to try my best to kind of catch everything up. So I'm looking a little crazy personally, and don't want y'all to see my crazy expressions. Don't worry, the camera will return in due time, due process. So if you guys remember, the last time we did a speedway track race, and that was actually at Texas, we had an issue with the motor. This time I made sure to limit how much the RPMs are. This will be the first chance to kind of see exactly how that works. We're also gonna have to make a small adjustment on the suspension because it seems like we're a little tail happy right now, at least on the first corner here. They're going down the long backstretch. Yeah, we're not going to touch the rev line. We won't be on the chip at all unless we get into the draft, which, I mean, if we qualify well enough, we actually should be able to kind of just drive away and march away from the field. I don't foresee us actually needing to be anywhere near people. Gonna make a small adjustment to the rear end. I didn't like how the engine sounded, because if you guys remember what happened at Texas, the engine sounded great. It sounded powerful, it sounded strong, and then we wound up blowing it, and then somehow Greg Biffle won the race. So two things: a suspension change in happy hour and a small gearing change, and we should be good to go. I think we can win this, honestly. That's another pole position for us. We've been picking up poles a lot lately. I'll see you guys at the track for the race.
This is the hottest place to be, the California Speedway. More tickets sold for this than the Rose Bowl. Today you'll see box office stars in 200 miles per hour cars and over 120,000 fans. A huge cast. The headliners in this Hollywood-like premiere are the good guy, Jeff Gordon. He's won here twice. The bad guy, Tony Stewart. Why is everybody on his case? 500 miles of unscripted drama. Reality TV on wheels. It's NASCAR on Fox.
So I made a small change to the gear ratios, but nothing major. I think we'll be fine. We're not going to have the get up and go, but I did adjust the rear end just a little bit. We got two rivals behind me. And of course, we made a small adjustment on the springs to make the car supposed to be a little bit better. Car is a little loose, so I can just make an adjustment on the wedge. I got the points leader right behind me in Dale Jarrett, so don't really want him to get by. I want to try to pick up as many positions on him as possible. I see Kevin Harvick back behind us now, and I'm gonna go ahead and make this move on Jeff Gordon here on lap 2 to try to catch up to Tony Stewart. Because if I can catch up to Tony Stewart, then I can get 5 points for leading a lap, which will go a long way in our career here. So right now it's all about being consistent, finishing in the top 5s and getting top 10s, and just trying to, you know, stay in contention. I think that DNF at Texas really hurt us. I mean, this car feels pretty solid. We just have no get up and go on green flags. So it's not a bad thing. We definitely have a speed setup. And I know Tony Stewart's starting to feel our presence because we're getting closer and closer. So, in the old words, here, kitty, kitty. Because we're starting to leave the rest of the pack behind. I can't believe there's another short track after this. I am so tired of short track racing. And we've only had like 2 so far. We're just, again, a little too loose. We're going into like a small 4-wheel slide every time. But we're right here. We're with Tony Stewart now. Tell him the dummy on the outside, like we're going to go outside. We're going to go inside instead. So we cut in. With us cutting in, we're going to try to drag race him. We're going to try to push him up the track a little bit and drag race him down the straightaway. We just don't have enough power yet. So close. But the good news is I think with us pulling alongside him, he now knows we're there. He still knows we're here. Side by side is not what I want to do with Tony Stewart. I just want to lead 1 lap, Tony. Let me by, man. Just going to kind of send it off in there.
Still there.
Kept our foot in it. Oh, yeah. Perfect. We got him. We got 5 points. And now we just kind of settle into our own little rhythm here for the next few laps. And we can kind of go from there. This is actually feeling really good. Told y'all, I felt like if we had a car that could win this one. I wasn't very confident at Martinsville. Texas, I was overly confident, and that cost us. But it is nice to see my number up there on the top of that pylon. So 7 laps in, right front is now beginning to wear out officially. We're doing pretty well. I am losing a little bit of time because I'm not really behind in the draft anymore, and I'm kind of setting my own laps here. I don't think we can really drive away from the field, and I'm hoping that a caution doesn't come out. But I will be looking at maybe a pit stop around lap, 14, maybe even lap 15 to kind of get us to the end here. Had a bad entry on that corner, and that really hurt us. So I'll just let Tony get his lead back, and we'll just kind of draft with Tony and pull a little bit more of a gap on the guys behind us. Really need to make that adjustment to the wedge. It's a shame this track is now gone, by the way. It really sucks that they have started dismantling some of the best tracks. It just came down to the cars and the package that they were trying to run. 550 horsepower just sucks. So I do feel like California should not be gone from the schedule. It's a shame that California is gone. I miss this California Speedway, and really feel like NASCAR took a step back on the series when they let this one go by. Tony Stewart blocking me pretty well.
Haven't got much longer on that left front tire.
Now that I've let the tires cool off a little bit, I think we've got a better shot at making a run on Tony Stewart here. We're up in the gray. We're up the top of the track. Got into the wall. I knew it was going to happen. But it looks like Stewart is going to come down this time by anyway, so I shouldn't have overdrove, but I just wanted to get around him. Oh, Stewart did not come down pit road this time. So I can bring this back. I can bring this back a little bit.
60. Leaders are trying to drive away now. Let's get up there. Leader only has about a second on you. Carlo, you're clear. The left rear's getting warm.
Yeah, the tires are wearing out. Something serious. 12 laps in. Definitely probably going to actually go just a few laps longer just to shorten the last run. That way I don't have to deal with this later. We're going like 170 into the corner, but we just can't hold. The car definitely does not have the same amount of grip as it did a few laps earlier. An undercut would have been nice, I think, but I'm not going to undercut Stewart here.
There's some leaders coming in.
I think we'll be fine. One more.
38, 73. Let's go, buddy. Going inside. Best place for him is in your rear view mirror. All clear, buddy.
All right, tires are very worn, so we will come down this time by hitting in this time. That will give us at least 9 to 10 laps of fresh rubber, meaning that we should be able to make a nice little run at it as long as we have no mistakes on pit road.
You're almost out of gas. Number 88, up high.
Oh, that was perfect. You know, I think we'll leave the car as is, because the car was tightening up. Yeah, you know what? We'll keep everything as normal. We're not going to take any wedge out. And we came in as hot as we possibly could for pit road to get 4 tires and fuel. So all it now is about the crew. And as long as they don't mess up. They definitely messed up. Disappointed, not surprised. Gonna come up the track and try to block Tony Stewart though.
The 20 car is coming left.
I got the block perfect. We did it. I think we are provisional leaders now, but we've got a huge pack behind us. Oh no, the series points leader. Oh dude, Dale Jarrett just blew up. Dale Jarrett has blown up. He was catching up to me and he blew up, guys.
Come on, buddy, push it. We can pick up some more spots. 5 more laps.
Oh, that means that the lead in the standings is about to shift hands completely because of his DNF. We're looking at a massive shift in the standings. I can't wait. I just realized my rear deck lid is open. There's Dale Jarrett. Tony Stewart absolutely walked away from the field, which sucks because I thought I had a chance to actually win this one, but it wasn't to be, it looks like.
Keep an eye out.
So we've got to continue to wait for another win. But I can't be too upset. Right now, it looks like we're going to be on for a good, strong, solid points day. So I'll take a good, strong points day over wrecking the car or bringing back a car that's completely destroyed anytime. And if that means Tony Stewart wins, then by gosh, I guess Tony Stewart's just going to have to win. Yeah, strong, solid day. No big deal. Not upset about it. I definitely feel like today was the best day we could have had. And I'm pretty sure that with the second place finish and the 88 car failing to finish the race, we're looking pretty solid. So I'll take it. Strong day. Finishing ahead of Dale Jr., Kevin Harvick, Jeff Gordon, Jimmy Johnson, Kurt Busch, Sterling Marlin, Matt Kenseth, and Bob Labonte.
Flag didn't fly at all in this one.
You know, that's pretty amazing. It says a lot about the quality and true talent of these NASCAR Winston Cup drivers.
The Nikon car really did a fantastic job keeping his car away from trouble all race long.
Well, it's going to be a happy crew when they get back to the shop. They can immediately go to work on next week's car without having to worry about fixing anything from this race, and that makes for a much less stressful atmosphere.
The 53 car has the beginnings of a rivalry with the 29 car.
That certainly looks that way. I'm not sure who started everything, but it should be fun to watch over the next couple of races to see what develops.
We hope you enjoyed today's race as much as we enjoyed bringing it to you. We'll see you next week in Richmond.
Well, at least MRN finally got it right that we have a rivalry starting with Kevin Harvick, of all people. Finally, you guys figured that out. No cautions flew. There were 6 lead changes. I believe most of the lead changes were between me, Kevin Harvick, or me, Tony Stewart, and Ryan Newman, who wound up leading as well when he came down pit road. And other than that, we really didn't see too much outside of Dale Jarrett blowing his motor. Kevin Grubb finishing 42nd and Greg Biffle finishing 35th. For those that are still interested in the whole Greg Biffle, Kevin Grubb thing, just saying, if you didn't see any of the previous months videos, go back and watch them. You'll see why I'm talking about, Greg Biffle and Kevin Grubb, okay? Well, that sucked. On to home. So the point standings did officially shift. I was 100 points back. Now I'm 45 points back, but guess who's leading the standings? That 8 car Dale Jr. Dale Jr. is leading the standings over Tony Stewart, Jeff Gordon, me, and then of course Dale Jarrett went from top of the line to 5th place. Then we got Sterling Marlin, Kevin Harvick, Bobby Labonte, Ricky Rudd, and Jimmy Johnson. Again, why is Ricky Rudd up here? And Jimmy Johnson. And Mark Martin is still on a rebounding streak. He's up to 14th. If you've watched earlier, you will understand why this is very important. If you watched like season 1 as well, he won a title. He was struggling. He didn't have a great start or average finish. And now he's kind of getting back into his groove. So that's really big for Mark Martin. Now, we have completed every single thing, I believe, for our car as it stands. So this is a huge week for us because I believe we have now $301,000 out after California. Yeah, we do. We have $301,000. And with that, I believe, yes, everything should be pretty much available outside of the engine department. So looking at the chassis, we still need to work on our chassis program and get a little bit stronger. So if I were to overhaul the most recently used one, that's $268,000. That's pretty dang expensive. And if I were to do the bodies, which I probably should upgrade the body for the Speedway, at least body number 1, give it more downforce. If I were to do that, then that's $321,000, which will put us $20,000 over, which means we'll be able to spend money next race. But the problem is that we'll also be starting or ending the week with like 250, whereas we pick up 270 every week without any like overhang. And we've been pretty good so far not having any overhang. So I'll leave it up to you guys in the comments. You guys tell me exactly what you guys want me to do. Should we work on overhauling one of our bodies or one of our chassis, or overhaul one of the bodies? I'll leave that up to you guys. If you like today's video, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button if you're new here. And if you're a returning person who loves watching this series, definitely hit that like button. 20 likes and you get a bonus episode. I'll see you guys next time. Be easy, everybody. And maybe my camera will be on. All right, now this time for real. Be easy, everybody.